Assalamu alaikum students. Today we are going to study another very important part of HTML, list, tables and comment. These elements are used in almost every website. They help us organize content, present information in a neat structure and even leave note for ourselves while coding. By the end of this lecture you will know how to create lists, design tables and use comments in HTML. Let's start. Lists are very common way to display information. Just think about your daily life. When your teacher gives you a homework list or when your parents write a shopping list for grocery, these lists make tasks clear and easy to follow. In the same way, lists in HTML improve readability by breaking down complex information into smaller and manageable parts. There are two main types of lists in HTML. Unordered list means bullet list like grocery list. Ordered list means number list like step by step instruction. Unordered lists are made when the order doesn't matter. For example, if you write a list of your favorite fruit, it doesn't matter which come first. HTML show unordered list with small bullet. The tag used is UL for unordered list and LI for each item. You have to look the example of unordered list with the item 1, 2 and 3 and also its output. Next is order list. Order lists are used when the sequence is important. Imagine a recipe. Step 1 boil water, step 2 add pasta, step 3 cook for 10 minutes. If we change the order, the recipe will not work. In HTML, we use OL for order list and LI for each step. You have to look the example with output. This will display item with number 1, 2 and 3. Now let's talk about tables. Tables are used to display data in row and column, just like we see in our school timetable or in a mark sheet. For example, when a teacher prepare a table showing student name and their marks, it become very easy to compare result. So in HTML, a table start with table tag. Inside the table, we create row using tr. Inside each row, we add cells using td, means table data. If we want a heading for a column, we use th, means table header. Finally, let's learn about comments in HTML. Comments are like hidden notes in your code. They are not shown on the web page, but they help the programmer. For example, imagine you are working on a big project and you want to remember why you add a certain section of code. Instead of writing in a notebook, you can write a comment directly inside the HTML. The syntax is like this. Use of comment explaining the purpose of a section of code, leaving a reminder for future edits, and temporarily disabling code for test. So students, today we learn list help us organize items. Unordered list use bullet, ordered list use number. Table display information neatly in row and column. Comments are hidden or that make coding easier. All three are extremely useful for creating well-structured website. Now let's move to the practical part. First, open Notepad on your computer. We will start by writing the basic HTML structure. Inside the title tag, you can write any title of your choice, for example, my first web page. Now we will move to the body section where we want to create list. Let's begin with an unordered list. For this, we use the UL tag, which stands for unordered list. Inside this tag, we will use LI to represent the list items. For example, we will add three items, item 1, item 2, and item 3. This code, the code will look like this. After writing the code, go to the File menu and click Save As. Write the file name as list.html. Make sure to select all file in the Save As type option. Then click Save. Now close Notepad and go to the folder where you save your file. You will see your file name list.html. Double click on it and it will open in your browser. Here you will see that a tree item appear with bullet. This is how an unordered list works. Next, let's learn how to create an ordered list. For this, reopen your Notepad file. Write a new example. Instead of UL, we use OL, which stand for ordered list. Again, we will use LI tag for list items. This time, the item will display with number. The code will look like this. Save this file again and open it in your browser. Now instead of bullet, the item will appear as 1, 2, 3. This is the difference between an unordered list and an ordered list. So we use UL for ordered list means bulleted list and OL for ordered list means numbered list. And in both cases, we add each item with the LI tag. Now students, we will learn how to create a table in HTML. First, you need to open your Notepad file and write the basic HTML structure. Inside the body section, we will add a table. For this, we use the table opening and closing tag. Inside the table, we first create a row using a tr tag, which means table row. Now in this first row, we usually create the heading of the table. To make heading, we use the th tag, which stand for table header. For example, let us create two heading, one for name and the other for age. After writing the heading, we need to add the data inside the table. For this, we again make a new row using tr. Inside this row, we use the td tag, which means table data. For example, I can write Alice in one tag of data and the other 14 to represent that Alice is 14-year-old. In the same way, you can keep adding more rows and data in your table. Once you finished writing, go to File, Save As, name your file as table.html. Select All File and save it. Now close Notepad and go to the folder where your web page files are stored. Double click on your table.html file and your table will open in the browser. You will see the heading and the data display properly. But one thing is missing, the border. Normally table look like better with border. To add a border, open your Notepad file again and inside the table tag, add the attribute border is equal to 1. For example, table border is equal to 1. Now save the file and refresh the browser. You will notice that a border has appeared around your table and its cell. This makes the table easier to read and more professional. Next, we will learn about comments in HTML. Comments are used only for our own understanding. They do not appear in the browser. For example, you can write like this. If even if you refresh the page, this text will not be visible on the browser. Comments are very useful because when we open our file in the future, they remind us what work we did in the part of the code. Student, this was our practical task. Create a table with heading and rows, add a border to the table, write a comment inside the code. By practicing this, you will clearly understand how to make table, how borders are applied, and how comments work in HTML. So students, we have completed list, table and comment in HTML. You can now create it, structure content, display information in table and add notes in your code. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.